In this video, we will cover the fundamentals of the remote sensing process or how remote sensing works. Let's start by looking into the general scenario portrayed in front of you right now. In this image, you can simply observe that a light ray from the sun is interacting with the target on Earth, which is then going to the satellite and finally going back to Earth for processing. This is generally what happens in a common method of satellite remote sensing. Remote sensing process has involvement from various different entities. The first one to begin is an energy source. For the process of remote sensing, reflected electromagnetic radiation plays a vital role. For this case, it is pretty evident that the source of radiation or illumination used here is the sun. Sunlight acts as the energy source for the purpose of illuminating an object. The next important entity is the atmosphere. When the radiation from the sun enters the atmosphere, a broad part of it is reflected back. The part of radiation which manages to penetrate the atmosphere consists of visible light, a major portion of infrared light, and few traces of ultraviolet light. Let's get to the next entity, which is the target in focus. The filtered energy from the atmosphere gets in contact with the target and illuminates it. Then some part of this energy radiation is absorbed by the target while the remaining is reflected. One thing to always keep in mind is that different objects react differently for different radiations. And that is why we see different colors in our surroundings. Next important element is recording this reflected radiation. This process is carried out by satellite. The sensor mounted on the satellite acts as camera and captures the electromagnetic radiation reflected by the target on the ground. The information collected by the satellite is then transferred to the receptor station in electronic form and perform various atmospheric and physical corrections by using information like angle and height of the sensor, the angle of inclination of the sun at the time of data collection, etc. Usually, the satellite launching organizations carry out this task of retrieving the data. Once the corrections have been made, the data is processed and further sent for analysis. The organization then makes the data available to use for processing and analysis, which then the user like us use to extract valuable information from the data. These users carry out various mathematical and analytical operations on the data and use it in various different domains. When we extract information from the data and interpret it in the best possible way, then we can use this to solve the real-world problems. Some of the common problems which can be solved by remote sensing can be seen in this diagram. This covers up the fundamentals of the remote sensing process. Thank you.